everyone has their own opinion on this, but like The Bachelorette, I don't think it's that bad to date multiple people at once, to a point. But, like The Bachelorette, you also have to make sure that you're smart about it. Am I saying that The Bachelorette is a brilliant show and that she's, really thinking about it? I don't know. What I'm saying is, you have to take the strategy of The Bachelorette if you're going to date multiple people. And you can. So, first, let me say, touching on dating multiple people, I believe that you need to, in order to find the great guy, diversify first, okay? So go online, go out to bars, be open to setups. When you go to the grocery store, try and look decent, because you absolutely never know when you're gonna find the right guy. You never know. I mean, Whole Foods is a great example. It's like a meat market. It's a grocery store, but it's a pickup joint. I have been picked up on more times at Whole Foods than probably at any bar. So when you go to a place where you hang out, you're going to be around people that are like-minded people, especially if you're making a decision to shop at somewhere like Whole Foods, or if you're going to a dog park, or I don't know where else you would go. You're going hiking. You're going to places where other like-minded people are going to be, and it would be nice if you would date someone who's like-minded, right? So when you're going there, not always, but on occasion, try and look decent. Like, maybe don't have your worst possible outfit on and your hair in an insane ponytail, and decent, not great, decent. Now, then you can just date a couple people. I'm not saying go on, 3 dates a day or even back-to-back every day, or you don't even have to go on a date once a week. But it's good to just get out there and see what else is out there, especially if you're doing only online dating. It's a good idea to date a couple of different people so that you can see who's your best match. I do have rules about that. I have rules about a lot of things, but I do have rules about online dating, and I talk about them extensively in my book, so I don't need to go into it right now. But in terms of dating multiple people, for me, if you decide to sleep with one, then that's it with the dating of multiple people. I know a lot of people are fine doing that, and sometimes the reason they're okay with sleeping with multiple people is because they're not looking to actually be in a relationship. They're looking to have fun. But for me, once you make the decision to actually have sex with someone, you are now taking yourself off the market in terms of dating multiples. It's just the way I think. And I think it's just the way I think. You don't have to go there if you don't want to. But now, when it comes to dating multiple people, here's what you have to do. You have to put your whole head into it, okay? If you go on a fantastic date with one dude and it's like, oh my God, this could be the one, so great, we're gonna have a relationship, and you're already picturing, what your life is gonna look like and the whole shebang. And then you have another date tomorrow night. Even though you're so excited about the date you just had, you were at one point so excited about the date you're going to have. Or maybe if you even weren't so excited, you should be. Just for that date, put your whole head in it, Put yourself in the game, because he's in it. So it's unfair if you go on that date thinking about the other guy. As unfair as that might seem to the other guy, you're now dedicating your time in that moment to this other guy, to this new guy, to this second date. So put your head in it. Be there. Be yourself and be present and be open to it, because you never know. I mean, I've done that. I had a date and it went really well, and I was so excited, and I almost canceled the next date because I was so excited about this other guy. I was that close to canceling. Then I went out with the other guy, and it was mind-blowing. Like, I was so happy that I hadn't canceled that date, because he was a better fit for me, and it was even more exciting. And I wanted to pull myself off the market immediately, even though that also is not exactly smart, because you don't know how he's going to unfold. And maybe on that first date he was amazing, but 3-4 dates later, you might start to see his true colors. So you have to go out a couple of times, and then you start to pull them off, which is another point. You have to be honest. So if you're dating multiple people, even if you're just dating one person, and you stop feeling it for them, like you can tell that they are more interested and attracted and into it than you are, you have to be honest, really. I mean, unless you're just dating for dinners, and I know chicks who do date for dinners, I personally don't, and you know, if chicks are going to date for dinners, that's fine for them, just like dudes date to get laid sometimes. We all have our reasons. But if you're dating to be in a relationship, and he's dating to be in a relationship, and you're not feeling it, and he is, you have to be honest. And you can, it doesn't mean you have to be nasty, but just say, hey, you know, I know it's the worst conversation, isn't it? Oh my God, it's the worst conversation, but it has to be done. But just send an email if you have to. You don't have to call, you don't have to do it in person. Whatever you feel you are most comfortable doing. For me, I express myself best with my fingers because I'm a writer. So I like to send emails and then say, once you receive this email, please call me so we can discuss it. But I'm going to get the best information out with my fingers. So you just have to say, look, I think you're such a great guy. I just don't feel like we're a match, but I want to continue knowing you. I want to continue to get to know you. And you never know what's going to happen. But I just don't feel like we're a match right now. You can do that. That's totally honest. Or you can lie if you want to and say you're suddenly so swamped with business and your meetings are insane and you just don't have time. You can go that route. You can say, you know, you met someone else and you started seeing them, or hey, I hooked up with an ex-boyfriend and we're going to see if we can try and rekindle it. It doesn't matter what you say, okay? The point is, you have to say something. If you're not feeling it, maybe give the date one more shot. Because maybe he was off or you were off. Give it one more shot if you want and see if you get those feelings there. But if you don't, you need to be honest. There's no reason to drag it along either and like put it off and put it off and put it off and maybe he'll fall off. No, just do it. Maybe not on the date, maybe the next day. Don't be rude. You know, still thank him for a great date, but just say, you know, but I'm not feeling it. So anyway, the point is that you, like the Bachelorette, can date multiple people at once if you want to. If you don't want to, those tips still work. They work for dating in general. But you can date multiple people at once. And then once you found the guy, you peel off all of the other layers and you will know that you found the one. And you won't sit there questioning, well, was there someone else? Because you did test the waters, you did the window shopping, and then you realized, no, there wasn't someone else. This guy is amazing. Or at least, you know, he's Mr. Right. Or at least Mr. Right now, which is fine too.